Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and welcome to a new World of Tanks feedback video. This is, well, my feedback to the first episode of Frontline, and I want to say that again this is meant to be a feedback to the game I love to play and, well, make videos about. It's a little bit sad that the last time's video was not really acknowledged from the developers at least, but I'm glad to see that the EU community managers definitely had a look at it and also gave his 2 cents about it, and thanks a lot to that for taking your time, listening through what I had to say, and yeah, feedbacking it forward or forwarding forward to Minsk, or at least the Wargaming devs. Again, I'm trying my luck today with my personal feedback about Frontline Episode 1. First and foremost, I'm glad to say, yay, Frontline was back, and the first couple of rounds it was great to play before you could feel, yep, it's getting boring. Of course, as a good player, you most likely try to reach Prestige 1 as quickly as possible. Of course, you try to reach as high as possible at the given time, because why shouldn't you? You're a good player and lubbity blubbity. But there is already my first complaint. And basically, the grind is just so much more annoying and longer than it was in the first ever Frontline game mode. I'm not 100% sure if those values are correct, but I'm taking those now as a reference from Word Express. And you used to need 18,930 points to reach Prestige 1. Now it is 30,500. So 30500. That's a lot more. That's an increase of 62% more. And look, I understand that this is, how should I say, that there are great rewards in there. You can get 2 tier 8 premiums for free. You can get a tier 8 premium which was never sold and never shown. And you can get a special tier 9 tank which is getting disclosed later for free. You get bonds for free. You get a little bit of gold for free. You get a lot of credits, a lot of what's it called, bond articles or directives for free, and this is awesome and great. Yet it just feels so bad how much time you need to invest per week to achieve one prestige. When you need more than like 19 hours as a good player to achieve one prestige. Yeah, that's just a lot. Like, well, let's grind it up to 20 hours, and 20 divided by 5. Yeah, it's just a lot, really, guys. You don't need to forget that the most of your player base is workers or people which have a full-time job. So yeah, sometimes they want to relax and not just put in another 2 to another 4 hours per day on their like, I don't know, 42 work week to achieve another prestige. And I don't think that this is what World of Tanks is needing right now. Frontline needs to be a game mode to relax and not just to think about, oh gosh, I am so close to get my prestige and it can't manage to get it, and from level 29 to level 30 I need more than 2 general rank. Oh no, I need more than 1 general rank and an additional lieutenant rank it is, or I think it is, no, it is another a captain rank. That's still, this is like, again, 40 minutes to just achieve 1 more rank, and I personally think that this is too much. So my proposal to that would be, at the moment, I and a lot of skilled players, or a lot of players as well from Ora Mortis, we do not give a shite about winning. We don't care. We rather lose the game but give each other general, because at the moment general is what is worth. I'd suggest, because at the moment the game mode is definitely not about team play and it's just about, yeah, get general first, period. So think about adding a 50% bonus of points or of those rank points when you win. Because this should be enough of a, what should I say, enough of a goodie to actually think about winning. Because right now, if you are not a general, but just a major, which is like the rank I also target when I'm not getting general, like major is the lowest possible rank I want to achieve. I personally want to achieve. So far I made a pretty good deal about it. Sometimes, yes, I have bad games, I got youuuu rushed, etc, etc, but I think that a 50% increase would pump up the points when you win from a major from 900 points to 1350 points, which is actually more than being a general. A base general. And yes, if you're a general, you will get a lot more points. Base it is 1300, right? I think it is 1300, yes, so an additional 650 gives us 1950 points, which would actually be enough to make those huge gap from 29 to 30. So yeah, this is my first little proposal. Think about giving a 50% bonus to the winning team, because there would be enough of a goodie or to actually try to win the game. Then, one of my next feedback is that if you are an attacker, yes, you get a lot of points through, well, capping, which is great, and it definitely promotes attacking. It definitely promotes to be the attacking force. But why exactly do you completely throw away this objective-like thinking when it comes to attacking the pillboxes? I've noticed that attacking pillboxes gives literally a diminishing amount of points to your rank. And this is again where we go back to my first feedback point, that yeah, why should you try to win when you get little to no points for your rank, and at the moment ranking is the most important thing to do. It just really feels bad, and I think that you should probably tweak a little bit the rounds, that you get more points. I don't know what the point multiplier is, but I think it is less than when you hit a person. Also, it's understandable, because hey, in the end you are attacking a target which can't defend itself. Yes, obviously, but it also takes a pretty big risk to actually attack this objective sometimes. There's nothing greater, there's no greater feeling than actually winning the game because you focused this target. So yeah, please consider that you get more points for your rank when attacking those objectives. Once again, it would help you to be more balanced, not really balanced, it just helps you be more objectively played as an attacker. Because again, as I already said, when I'm a major and we reach the objective, I don't care. I'm not going to go for the objective. I want to go for damage, spot damage, or another cap. Then another question about the pillboxes and the Inspire Reserve. By the way, Inspire Reserve is a great team working tool, but it also helps when you are playing solo. Why exactly do we not get assistant points when we use Inspire close to a pillbox and people are shooting the pillbox? I think this would be like the perfect opportunity to actually do damage and use Inspire, because you want to burn down those objectives 15% faster, don't you? So yeah, as feedback number 3, I personally just think, hey, just make those pillboxes give also points, assistant damage points, when you use your Inspire Reserve. That's all I want to ask. Now something positive. I love it that you thought about the pillboxes getting a spot which is 25mm thick. Those vents, or those round vent spots are awesome, and I think this is a great opportunity and a great idea, because yeah, it basically lets you load HE with any tier 8 tank and pen it there, which, as already said, I think is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, great job, seriously, great job of thinking about these 25mm spots. Next up, I have again a little bit of feedback, and this is about defender. As a defender, I think it is a little bit sad to see that artillery gets so easy, or the Sky PGs get so easy a rank up to general when they're defending. Especially when the game takes a little bit longer. They can have engineering, they can have spotter plane, and they can have artillery, and boom! Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you get general because you can hold down 2 caps depending where you spawned without any problems. Where meanwhile the normal plebeian or masterful normal tanker, he has to go in. He has to try to stay in the cap, risking his life for sometimes just a little payoff to actually get general. So, I don't know, maybe think about letting artillery loose or not get so many points from decapping. I don't know. Or maybe give the point gain for defenders also from other things, not just defending. Because I personally saw that it is much harder to achieve general rank as a defender than it is as an attacker. As a defender you have to focus a lot on decapping, and sometimes it's so risky. That's what I want to say about that. Here you could see shortly we got assistant damage without any problems when our allies are shooting on enemies, which is great, and it also gives us a small point gain towards our rank. But when we are at a pillbox, it is not working. So, then another feedback that's, or rather question is, why do we not get bonds anymore for those medals? In the first episode, as I remember correctly, or no, not in the first episode, in the first beta of Frontline on the live server, you'd get, what was it around? The first time you get 100 bonds for achieving general rank, which was like, oh boy, that was freaking awesome. You turned it down because it was way too much, apparently, and you pushed it down to, I think it was 25 or 20, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, why exactly just completely removed it? Did you just forget about it, or why exactly? Because it kind of feels bad when you actively try to be general and you get it, or even try to get those juicy kills and get the small army award, and it's just a shiny little medal which doesn't do jack poop. So yeah, rethink about giving those medals again a little reward in the term of bonds. Like it used to be, and like it is in random battles anyway, where every single medal gives you a bond reward. Next up, I think it is important that people know, or really know, that when they achieve for the next episode, episode 2, the Prestige 4, or at least, yeah, when they get up to Prestige 4, or rather Prestige 3 and rank 30, that if they redo their rank or reset their rank, that they can't pre-level and lose all of their gimmicks, all of their reserves, and can only play with one reserve at level 1. Because I heard from some friends that this is just like the dumbest thing possible for them, and that basically it killed Frontline for them. Obviously, because when you play a light tank, you want to have 3 different reserves, otherwise it's just plain boring. You don't play the tank to its full potential. So, yeah. That is really important that people know that and focus on that, that this is not going to happen. Like, make a huge note or something, because I don't want to sound rude, but you personally said yourself that people are too, or rephrased, you said that people are too stupid to use the booster mode in the wheeled vehicles. So, yeah. What should I say else about that? Just think about adding a little news or something, or a little thingy about that they know that they can't get any levels anymore, and that they will play with just 1 level of reserve with nothing else. My next and second to last feedback, which I wrote down, is that the tank selection is pretty annoying when you died, like tank selection, the respawn screen. Not only do I sometimes feel like I pressed on a tank, but it simply didn't locked in, and then I'm suddenly playing the Mauerbrecher, even though I wanted to play something like, gosh darn it, I want to play my LP432. And this is again a little bit of a problem. Consider implementing something or the same thing as in the garage, where you can have like 2 screens or 2 rows of tanks, and most importantly, please separate those tanks, like separate those in their nations, like it is in a garage. Because at the moment it sometimes feels really hard to find the tanks you want to have. I saw myself scrolling through the lists over and over and over and over, still not find the correct tank because I simply scrolled over it 3 times. Please consider giving us a tank selection feature, or like a feature as it is in the normal game, where you can have a look at something and say, yeah, I just want to see French tanks, or I just want to see Russian tanks, or just want to see TTs, or just want to see heavies. A feature like this would be awesome for the respawn screen. Plus, make it more visible which tank you choose. Because sometimes, again, I felt like I clicked on one tank, went in a battle, and suddenly I'm in a Mauerbrecher, which I never wanted to play and begin with. So, and another additional feedback I have is, yeah, consider giving this guy another hitbox or something, because it's really kind of annoying when you want to try to pre-aim on a vehicle which is driving behind and has behind him a lot of its how do I say, a lot of terrain, and your aim circle hops up and down like a little bunny. That is really annoying and is hard to aim. So I don't know, maybe consider extending the what's it called, the hitbox of the vehicles. Not the hitbox, but how should I explain this? Right now, we just have the hitbox of the vehicle, right? Like when we're going in here, we just have the hitbox of the vehicle, which is basically this, right? Maybe think about placing a plane through the tank, and I don't know, maybe it extends like 3 meters forward, 3 meters upwards, 3 meters left, and 3 meters below. I don't know. It's just a plane, which acts kind of like terrain. So when, for example, I'm aiming or pre-aiming over here, over here rather, my reticle is not going to jump upwards because I am targeting all the way back here, but it stays on the same axis or the same plane as the hitbox of the tank would be. I don't know how hard it is to implement something like this or how OP it would be, but it could help a lot, because those skybox issues are so hard when you, for example, even when you're down there on F and you're trying to aim upwards on something like the Carnarvon Action X, which is just camping there, just your reticle sometimes just bounces up and down, and you can't hit him. Another feedback I would like to give, yes, it's a little bit more than just 2, excuse me for that, I forgot to scroll down, is give some UI improvements. You can see this info that is just 2 minutes takes way too long, and maybe, I don't know, put it around here. Even that is annoying. I don't want to see that here. I want to see here, yes, here, what is where. That is important to me. Okay, guys? Put those informations, I don't know, somewhere around here. That would be good, but leave this how it should be. That's important in my personal opinion. And I personally think it would be really cool if you think about placing a number on each of those spots. I don't know, small spots. Like saying, I don't know, here like left side is attackers, right side is defenders, and for example here on F we'd have a look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 people here, so our number on the left side would be 11. Then maybe, I don't know, do a slash or something, and then we have 11, we have 14. So we know that right now F is hard contested and a lot of enemies are here, so either take away some forces and put them to D, or you see, oh, F, there are not enough attackers there, let's put some more people here, because for a good player at least, it is really important to actually know how many peoples are where, so you can plan accordingly. So that would be a really great little UI improvement. Maybe also, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe also think about giving us an UI on the minimap showing us how much time is left on those things, but I'm actually not sure if this is already included. I'm sorry if I'm saying something stupid, even though it's already included. Yes, it is already included, but it doesn't show the time. So yeah, just make a small timer over it. This shouldn't be too hard, but yes, it's just such small improvements which can help a lot. Then obviously I'd say yeah, platoon invitation bug. I don't really have to say much about it because it's just a bug which needs to be fixed. That when you are on another server and you want to join a frontline platoon, or when you are in the frontline screen in the garage and want to join a frontline platoon, you're basically, yeah, your game just crashes. I don't know if it's mod dependent or not, but it's really annoying, so just try to fix that. And lastly, something I'm missing a little bit is information about how long a combat reserve takes to recharge when you died, and basically what is the point, or what exactly gives you, what should I say? It's hard to explain right now. Like, what are the factors which make it so long to recharge, or so close to recharge? I don't know. So we know, for example, when you die, oh yeah, right now I lost my, what's it called? My how it's called? I lost my artillery strike because I died, but it was fully ready. So right now, what is going to happen? Do I lose it, or how long will it take to recharge when I respawn, etc., etc.? That would be great to know. It looks like it's half of the time it had left, or it just is half the time period. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, some information, some real information about it, I'd love to see. But yeah, I'd say this is everything I got for you, and I thank you a lot for your attention, and I hope this feedback can be helpful. Again, my personal opinion, or my personal main points should be on making the grind a little bit less painful, and again, consider giving people a 50% bonus when they are winning in those points. I think this would be a really good idea, because again, you already increased the time to get prestige by 62% compared to last time, and that is a lot. So a 50% increase for the normal player, 50% of the cases, shouldn't be a big deal, right? Anyway, thank you so much for your attention. I hope you have a great time, and I'll talk to you all later.